Hey people, my name's Ryan Sterling. Today we're going to explore going up and down the neck in pentatonic minor on the B string and the high E string at the same time. You might have seen my video about major keys doing that on the B string and the high E string. And in that video, I explored a lot of the theory behind why it works. I used the modes and stuff like that to explain it. Today, I'm not going to talk about much theory. I'm just going to show you the shapes. So it's going to be pentatonic minor. It's useful for lead playing. It's useful for general getting to know the neck, and it's also useful for when you're writing chord progressions, adding in little embellishments as well. So, and at the end, so I'm going to do an anchor of kind of like a certain way of doing a thing. We're going to add little flourishes to that, and then I'm going to show you a fingerstyle thing where we can add in a bass line. So it's going to be in G pentatonic minor, but of course you can move it to anywhere on the neck to change the key. So with the B and high E string, starting on the 3rd fret, playing those 2 strings, same fret. This shape will be the shape for all of it except for one spot. We're going to go up to the 6th fret, up to the 8th fret. Now here's where it's a bit different. You got the 10th fret on the high E string and the 11th fret on the B string, like that. 13th fret with the single bar, and then the octave at the 15th fret. Now we're gonna add much more to this, so just hang in there. So 3rd fret, 6th fret, 8th fret, 10th fret on the high E string and 11th on the B, 13th fret, and the octave at the 15th fret. Now I'm going to play that without talking, okay? Okay, so now we're going to add some kind of little flourishy things to it. You will have heard this in so many songs, so many solos, so many moving from one chord to another with a little bit of a flourish or an embellishment. Basically, you've got the index finger as an anchor, and then you're using your 4th finger or your 3rd finger to fiddle the next interval up. And etc. Now that's so cool. Obviously, you've heard that sort of stuff in many solos or between chords or whatever. Hendrix was really good at doing that sort of stuff between chords and adding it into the riff. So here's a fun thing you can add on to this, right? Now, I'm going to do it with my thumb, but I'm also going to show you how to do it with your index finger on your fretting hand. I do it with my thumb, and I'll tell you why in a second. But we're going to do the same stuff on the high B string and the high E string, but with our thumb as adding a bass line onto the low E. Of course, we're playing high E all the time, so anything we play on the low E, if it's the same fret, it's going to work in the same key. So what I was doing then is I'm just playing those root notes on the same fret as the high E string, and I'm doing all those little fiddly things we did at the start of the lesson. All the way up. So I do it with my thumb. There's a few reasons for that. The main one being in high school, I had shocking carpal tunnel syndrome from playing way too much. And I had to modify my technique from doing like, say, bar chords like that, where I was bending that carpal tunnel to making it like this, where there was much less pressure on that tunnel. I had a year of agony, and then when I changed it to this, the pain basically went away. It totally went away. It has never recurred, ever. Even when I played way more a bit later on. So, if you want to do it with your index finger though, you can do it like this. I'm going to do it only a little bit because that will make my wrist hurt. But you want to have your index finger pushing down on the low E string and then barring the B and the high E. If the middle strings aren't ringing out, that's actually okay because you kind of don't want them to. Unless you do want them to. See, my wrist starts to hurt there. Of course, you can go all the way up, and on I can't even speak. On an electric guitar, you can totally go up and down all the way. One of the reasons I like to use the thumb like that is because you can also go to the notes on the D and G string really easily and bend and stuff like this. That's really fun doing that kind of stuff. And I'll explore how to do that more up and down the neck probably if you watch my videos about all the different pentatonic shapes, that would help you do that. But I might talk about that at another time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm absolutely honored with the amount of people who are watching. It's so cool. Please like and subscribe. There's so many videos. There's playlists for open G tuning, playlists for lead, playlists for fingerstyle, for my own songs, a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.